Hello everybody, this is Bill and you are watching Bill's Box of Sound. The other day there was a discussion about stuff that you use to clean your records online. Actually, I saw it on Facebook, and people were asking me questions about what do I use, what things are good, what things are bad. Well, basically anything that you use that does the job is good. But I just wanted to go through a bunch of record cleaning devices that I use on a regular basis. So here we've got the turntable, we've got a record, tone arm, cartridge, stylus, and let's start the record moving. Okay, let's go way back to the old days. This is something that I've had since the 1970s. It's the Discwasher. And it was made, I believe, by the Discwasher company. There's probably several videos about this already on YouTube. But what this has is it's got this fabric. The fibers in this fabric point this way, or they point in the direction of the arrow. And what you need to do is, it comes with a brush for getting rid of this dust on it, and there's also liquid that goes on it. So what you're supposed to do is, on this edge, you're supposed to put a line of moisture on here, and then when you clean the record, you put it down like this very lightly so that it makes the record just a little bit wet, and then roll it like this, and it'll dry the record off of whatever moisture has gotten on it, and at the same time it will pick up dust that is formed on this. Now, this record's pretty clean, so you're not going to see the dust, but generally you would see a line of dust right along here, and you would clean it off with this thing here. So that's how the Discwasher works. Now, you can buy something that's called a Discwasher now. It's been purchased and rebranded by RCA. And that looks like this. The RCA Discwasher. And it's got its own similar brush and its own similar fluid. But the big difference with this one is this pad. It's like a corduroy pants. That's what it is. It's corduroy. These do not have fibers that go in any direction whatsoever. It's just a piece of cloth. It does have fibers sticking out, but they're very short. I mean, you could do the same thing. You can roll it along like that, and it's supposed to pick up the dust and have it on there. But this really does not work that well. Only reason I keep this is because sometimes I need to scrub an old dirty piece of vinyl. By the way, I'm going to clean this record properly as soon as I'm done with this video, so don't think I'm abusing this record by putting all of these products on it. Now, there is another device that is sold nowadays. It's called the Groovewasher. Now, this is a device that wants to be a Discwasher, but it isn't. This has an even softer fabric on it, and it's got its own liquid that you're supposed to put on here and do the same thing with it. Although, in my opinion, this really does not work that good. If you watch Sinead at the Vinyl Guide, or if you watch Channel 33 RPM, you'll hear that they endorse and use this. This thing also has Velcro on here, so that you can use a second brush, take this off and clean it, and then put it right back on here again. But I tried this, it just really did not work for me. So that's the Groovewasher. Also, harking back to the Discwasher, I've got the old Discwasher SC-2 stylus brush. It's got a brush on it, and on the other side it's got a little mirror so that you can take a look at your stylus like this. That needs cleaning. So let's just take this brush, and whenever you clean your stylus, you go in this direction. Never the opposite. You never push in like that because that could break your stylus off. That's a nice little stylus cleaner. And it's got the little D on there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Anyway. Now, nowadays, for stylus cleaning, I use this little thing. You've probably seen this. This is the Onzow Stylus Tip Cleaner. It is a Japanese device which comes with English instructions as well as Japanese instructions. Couldn't be easier. You just take this thing and you can either just lower the stylus onto it or just touch the stylus to it like that, and it takes the goop off of your stylus. Very effective and also reusable. This does not wear out. I like that. Another thing that people have done is they buy a Mr. Clean magic eraser and they cut off a piece of it and glue it onto a piece of cardboard, just like that. And they just take their stylus and touch it to the magic eraser, and it will yank any dirt off of it. This is the cheapest way to clean your stylus. But back to record cleaners and daily maintenance. Now, you should clean every record before you play it. I'm not talking about deep cleaning like I've done with my other videos. I'm talking about just getting the dust off of it. And one thing that I use a lot nowadays, since I don't use the Discwasher for regular routine cleaning, is I use a carbon fiber brush. Now, that's not glare from the light. I've actually worn this off with my fingers. This is the Audioquest anti-static record cleaner. The way this works, and there are several different opinions as to how this works. Some people, they take this thing and put it on the record and then go in towards the stylus. And because the middle of the record has metal on it and these carbon fibers are conductive, it'll get rid of any static electricity. That's what they say. But personally, I feel that taking this in towards the label will just drive dust towards the inside of the record. That's not good. Plus, what if you use a record clamp like I do? That's not good at all. So what I do is I very lightly let gravity do its work. Don't push on this. Then you slowly move like this. And then you drag it off of the record like that. Dust should stick to this. It doesn't always. Sometimes there's more dust and you have to do this several times. Now, what some people do is they take this and they get to a certain point and then they stop the record. Then what's happening? You've got a line of dust right there where the brush was. And there's a new thing. Actually, this is not very new. There's several things. This is called the In the Groove Cleaner. Now what this has is it's got a tacky roller on it where you roll it on the record and it picks up the dust that would be on the record. It's like a little dust magnet. And look, there's all the dust. It really, really works. However, this is kind of a pain to keep clean. It is washable, but drying it is another thing altogether. But this does work. There's a similar device which somebody just put out. I think they call it the record sponge. It's kind of like a tacky blob of goop. I don't have it. But they tell you to just put it on your record and roll it around and it'll pick up all the dust. Yeah, but the thing is, if you roll this thing around on your record, you'll also take any oils from your fingers and your hands and get it on the record, and that's not good at all. You don't touch your record. You only touch it on the sides and on the label. Now, getting back to the Audioquest carbon fiber brush, they have recently upgraded it. I did a separate video about this, and this has not only the conductible fibers right here, but it's also got a conductible handle, so that when you use it, assuming that you are grounded properly, all of the static electricity will go to ground as long as you're holding this. And I take it and just drag it off to the side, and the dust is off of the record. Of course, if you really want to get the dust off, the static off of your record, you got the Zerostat. This device used to be red, used to be a Discwasher product, but nowadays it's called the Milty Zerostat 3. And the way that this works is that you very gently squeeze this trigger over the record, sends positive ions, and then you take it away and release it in the other direction. And that neutralizes the static electricity on your record. Another device I've tried, but not too thrilled about, is the DAC. If you can see it, anti-static carbon fiber vinyl record care system. This device has a brush. It's got carbon fibers on both sides, and in the middle it's got that little velvet kind of a thing, and that goes along like that. I mean, it could work. Could work. Not bad at all. Like I said at the beginning of this video, as long as it works for you, it's good. As long as your records are clean and free from dust when you play them, it's good. So those are the devices I use for everyday cleaning. Someday I'll do a video about this thing, and I will try to destroy a record with it, but I'm pretty sure I will not be successful. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. By the way, I've got over 2,000 subscribers now. I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers. You're all awesome, and I really do appreciate your suggestions and your comments, even you trolls. So, as the light of the record shines in my eyes, I'm going to stop this video. Catch you later.